Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Nostalgia Podcast. My name is Chris Warren and I'm thrilled to be your host today. Also joining me for this very special anniversary episode, we have my good friends and co-hosts, Ryan Black, Jacob Rush, and Joshua Taylor. We are back and we are playing with power.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard me right. Today is a very special anniversary episode. Our show has been around for 4 whole years, and we have something very special planned for you today. But before we get into that, how are you guys doing? Ryan, let's start with you.
I'm pretty good. I things are looking up. Life is great.
Great. Josh, what about you?
I am doing just fine here. Just staying awake.
Trying.
Good. Well, hopefully you can stay awake long enough to lose. No.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And Jacob, what about you? How are you?
I'm fine overall. Got some college done today. I actually came home and I got a nap in. I didn't have to get my kids, so I'm actually a little bit more recharged than I normally am at this hour. So, but I'm good overall. It's a crazy day.
Cool. Yeah. Same with me.
Same.
So, without further ado, I guess we might as well jump into what we are radical rexing about.
Okay, guys. So this is our 4-year anniversary. We are headed into season 5. We've got some new art coming your way. You get to see that when this episode launches. It's going to be pretty freaking awesome. So hopefully our artist has that art ready. That day. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening. And not only are we in our 5th year, but we're also like past 200 episodes. We said in our anniversary we're going to celebrate 200 episodes. So here we are. That's a huge milestone. I can't imagine sitting here on 200 nights and doing this with you guys. But it's worth every second. And even more so, it's worth all of our fans that support us in Nintendo Nostalgia Chat and on our Facebook page and on Twitter, and just all of the love that we get from our listeners and everybody who stuck with us through the years and enjoyed our crazy Radical Rexing segments and our silly antics and our passion for video games and their music and the commercials and everything Nintendo that we love so much. Let's go ahead and toss it on over to Jacob.
I had a fun birthday with my family last weekend, and I liked that direct we had today. I just kind of skimmed through it while we were getting ready to start tonight, and I thought some stuff was long-winded. I skipped. Thank goodness I could skip over some of that break default crap and the Bakugan stuff that. I just scrolled right past it, but I was interested. There were some really graphical games, and I was interested about that with talk about the cloud version and stuff. I'm like, that's interesting. And then I've never played No More Heroes, but that looked funny. It looked interesting, and then Brett, that we got a demo today of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That's really cool. So that's what I'm radical rexing about.
Great. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, so I'm on some of the same page as Jacob with that direct. Some parts were a little, not for me to say the least there. But yeah, I tried some of that Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity demo, and I love the first Hyrule Warriors, and this one plays awesome as well. And the storytelling seems to be like it's going to be a big step up, not only from Hyrule Warriors, but possibly from Breath of the Wild itself. But
That's not hard to do.
Well, So yeah, just mostly still working from home and things. So playing probably a few too many games. Crash 4, Jacob. Doom Eternal DLC came out. We've got new Assassin's Creed around the corner. So just a handful of things.
Great. So what about you, Ryan? Anything else that you're radical rexing about?
I got the job.
Oh yes!
Congratulations!
That's awesome.
I'm not even sure if I mentioned it on the show before, but I've been pursuing this ginger job and work from home. They're gonna start training me. I work really well with customer service stuff, so it's right up my alley. And I also have an opportunity to pivot while working for Ginger into learning coding and working on their software stuff. So it's pretty exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got it.
Good for you. That's fantastic.
Congrats, man. That's really cool.
It's
Thank
a
you.
customer service job?
Yeah, it's a customer service job. Yep, remote. They're based in Colorado, so
Great. Well, that's awesome. I mean, I've said it before, but we're really, really happy for you because I know that you really wanted that job. So that's awesome that all the stars aligned for you. So that's great. The start of hopefully many things that are going to be great in your life in the coming months and years. I really do hope.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. Anything else? Is there anything that you've been playing?
I got to play like 5 minutes, or actually 10 minutes of Control, and it was amazing. I can't believe that that's on the Switch and it looks that good. And I know it's streaming, so I heard that you can do these beautiful graphical games that Switch may not be able to process because you're just playing off the cloud. And it's just kind of blowing my mind that that's an option. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to get into Age of Calamity and try out that demo. And not been doing a whole lot of other gaming. I've just been playing through Metroid: Samus Returns and about to wrap that up. And yeah. So what about you?
Cool. I've been busy with school, but I am thankful that the most intense parts are now behind me. So I'm now just starting to get back into gaming. So I got Ikaruga in the mail the other day, and it came in a really nice package. It came with like this because there's the standard edition was already sold out. So I'm like, I need to have it, and so I just paid like a little bit extra for this like semi special edition version, and it came with like a metal, I don't know, like a metal model that you have to assemble that like resembles the ship.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so I'm curious to see how that'll look. And yeah, so
They're
that was
Nicalis, right? Nicalis did that game?
Yep.
Okay.
And but still it's cool because like the box cover on the front, it's the Switch edition of that box art with Nicholas or Nicalis, which however you pronounce it, on the front, and then you can flip it so the reverse cover has treasure on the other side. So it's like just whichever company you're a little more a bigger fan of, you know.
Nice.
So that's a nice little option. I also got Vitamin Connection today, which is a forward game. So I haven't played it yet, but looking forward to that. So that was a nice surprise. And yeah, just looking forward to all the things that are coming out over the next weeks and months. Today's Direct was a very nice and unexpected surprise. I never expected us to actually get cloud gaming on the Switch in America. I know that's something they were experimenting with, so that was interesting. And I didn't really expect No More Heroes to drop. Like both of them are available now. So that's pretty cool. And knowing that No More Heroes 3 is just on the horizon, so that's cool. Trailer was crazy. And hopefully, what's that, Jacob?
That trailer was funny. I like the humor in it.
Yep, it's a super Suda 51 type of game. Yeah, looking forward to see how insane that game ends up being. But yeah, the last thing is Jacob and I are probably going to play Donkey Kong Country 2. Am I right?
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Cool. And Josh can watch us. No.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah.
I'll play with you, Josh.
We'll have like a competition maybe. See who can like beat the game fastest or whatever. Yeah, that is it for me. So I guess we will jump into our special game that I have ready for you guys. So let's get started with that. So, as you guys know, I have been preparing a few questions for this very special anniversary episode for our podcast. So today I have about 30, maybe 31 questions ready for you, and this is going to be a Jeopardy style game.
Sweet.
Each of you guys are going to be fighting for your own
lives.
right to win. And Yeah. So, like I said, it's going to be Jeopardy style. There's going to be 6 categories. Each category has 5 questions, so it's going to be typical 1 to 500 points. And so you guys just tell me which category you want and the amount of points that you want to aim for.
Get
And
my notebook out here.
yeah, I'm going to take some notes as we go along, so that would help me out if you did that as well, just to keep me hold me accountable. And also, we're going to have a time limit of 1 minute for each question, unless you guys want to change that at all. And just so you know, one of these questions is a trick question. So there's only one trick question out of all of these questions. So if you don't know the answer, or if the question sounds a little odd, it could be that one, or it could not be. I don't know.
Okay.
So let me tell you what our categories today are going to be. Nintendo as a company, so like some history stuff. Rare games, as in Rareware, the company. Nintendo Nostalgia Podcast questions, some questions that go over our history. And then there's a miscellaneous / grab bag category.
Cool.
And then we have Switch games and retro games.
Nice.
Okay. So if you need me to repeat any of those, just let me know. But I'll say it one more time just so it's fresh in your head.
Just to make sure, that's retro games, not retro games.
Correct. Yes. Retro
Old games, not retro studios.
Correct.
Wait, did you say Rextro? Rextro games? Because there's a handful of those.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got his own arcade games.
Okay.
In the game.
Next game. Next trivia round that we do. Okay, so again, we have Nintendo as a company, Rareware games, the Nintendo Nostalgia Podcast, miscellaneous / grab bag, Switch games, and retro games. And we have questions from 1 to 500 points, 100 being the easiest, 500 being the hardest. But sometimes I mix it up. Sometimes a 100 question is a little hard. Sometimes a 500 question is a little easy. Okay, so why don't we do a coin toss for this? So Jacob and Josh. Let's see. How are we going to do this? So Jacob, heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay, it's tails. So Josh, I guess you can go first, or we'll have you go against Ryan.
Before we start, let's go ahead and just name our teams right here and now. I'm Team Ice Climbers.
Oh boy, I was not anticipating this. Okay, Team Ice Climbers, sure.
Team of 1.
Let me write this down.
Team of 1.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Ice Climbers is Ryan. Josh, what's your name?
Skip to Jacob. I wasn't prepared for this. I gotta come up with a good one.
Jacob, any idea what you want to be called?
The DK Krew.
Okay. Crew of 1. And Josh, any idea?
All right. Conker-er.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Not bad. Not bad.
Conker-er.
I would not have come up with something that clever within 4 seconds. Like
You gotta spell it with the C and then the O and then the NK. That's something like that.
Good job,
Okay.
Josh.
I will keep
That was good. That was good. I gotta change my screen name.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea.
All right.
That's not a bad idea, Josh.
So,
Maybe
all right.
that's your new name for twitching.
So for Josh and Ryan, Ryan, heads or tails?
I'm gonna have to go for the tails.
Tails. Okay, it was heads.
Sonic fan.
So we are going to have Josh go first, then Ryan go after Josh, and then Jacob will go last. Okay, cool. So, Mr. Josh, you can choose any category with any amount that you want.
I will take Rareware for 300.
Rareware for 300. Okay. Ooh, good one to pick right off the bat. So, Diddy Kong Racing featured a character that was a rooster. What is this character's name?
I almost did the voice, but let's just say drumstick.
Okay.
I came real close to trying it.
Very good. Very good. All right. So, Josh, you just netted yourself 300 points. Very good.
Congratulations, Josh.
All right. So, that means that Ryan gets to go next. So, Team Ice Climbers, what is the category and amount that you would like?
I'm feeling a bit random. Let's go with the miscellaneous grab bag
Mm,
for 200.
for 200. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. All right. So, Team Ice Climbers, miscellaneous for 200. I was the first character to be spotlighted on a Nintendo Nostalgia episode. Who am I?
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Shouldn't that be in the other category? Okay, I've got a minute. Oh, gosh. What was that?
Is there a time limit here?
Yeah, we got a minute. And I'm thinking, like, it had... I don't want to say it's Kirby. It's got to be someone else. Yeah, I'm just going to guess Kirby. I don't know.
Incorrect.
I can't remember. Okay.
Incorrect. All right. So I guess I'll just tell you what the answer for the ones that you guys get wrong are. So,
Wait, can I guess?
If you want, but you won't get points for
That's
it
fine.
unless you guys want to do it that way.
I mean,
I should know this because I went back and looked at all the episodes, and yeah.
I'm indifferent. I don't have to get points for it, but I believe it's Wario.
Yes, very good. Yes.
That was one of the other ones that popped in my head. I'm like, no, it couldn't be.
I'm gonna win.
I really thought you were gonna get that one, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That was a tricky one for sure. All right, so that one we did. Okay, next up we have Mr. Jacob, Team DK Krew. Name a category and amount that you would like.
Nintendo Nostalgia for 500.
Ooh. All right.
Watch me fail. I probably will.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm really curious if you're going to get this one. Okay. So, Mr. Jacob, Team DK Krew. In the top 3 most memorable boss fights episode, name either boss that Jacob or Ryan had as their number 2 boss picks. Number 2 boss picks.
Wow.
Or the games that they came from.
Oh, shoot. Most memorable boss fights. You know, how memorable were they if I can't even remember what my choice was?
I'm really curious if you'll get this.
You
can pick the series too.
For either series. I'm thinking most memorable boss fight.
Number 2 boss picks.
I want to say my number 2 was Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie. That's what I want to say.
You
for me
just won 500 points.
Woo! I knew it.
Do you want to guess what Ryan's was?
Honestly, I don't remember because Ryan likes. I feel like it'd be something weird and off base that you wouldn't expect. Like
I was surprised. Yeah,
something from like I don't know, like a game that no one else has heard of. You know, so
not so much. But he did have a really interesting pick, and I didn't even get this far in the game, but I am planning to get there eventually. So,
Ryan, do you remember what it was, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Guessing maybe Dig or Not, but I don't know for sure.
No, I think that was one of them, but yeah. So your number 2 boss fight pick was the Splatoon final boss.
Wow, that's a fun fight.
All right, so that brings us to Team Conker-er. So Josh, name a category and amount.
Rare for 400.
Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. So, rare for 400. On Mumbo's mountain, it's not dull. What's in the eye of Mumbo's skull?
A 1-up.
Incorrect.
No, wait. Nope. Okay, I already got it wrong now.
I
I know exactly what it is.
Do you? What is it? I'm
It's
curious.
a jiggy.
Yes, very good. Very good. It wasn't.
Hey, I knew one.
The 1-up is on top of the
Mhm.
house at Banjo's. I got really.
It's
Yeah.
funny how your mind starts to play tricks on you. Like, what was in that? And you think, oh, it's a 1-up. You know.
It's the lack of sleep. That's what I'm going to blame it on.
Oh, okay.
It was gold.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, though. Yes, it was gold. Yeah.
Do I get it?
I mean, no,
Nope.
but it was a very admirable attempt.
Nice try, Josh.
Hopefully, you'll get the next one. All right. Team Ice Climbers. Ryan, name a category and amount.
Switch games for 500, Alex.
Okay. My name's Chris, but sure. Sure. All right. Switch games for 500. Oh, I love this one. This one took me a long time to formulate. One of these is not an indie title for the Nintendo Switch. Parking Madness, Pop the Bubbles, OMG Police, or Nutty Secretary.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that first one, the parking.
So you think Parking Madness is not an indie title for the Nintendo?
I do think that.
Well, unfortunately, you are wrong. That
Okay.
is, oddly enough, that is an indie title for the Switch.
Never heard of
Would
it.
you guys
You made
like
those
to-
up.
I made up one of them. So, would you guys like to guess which one I made up?
What were the other ones?
So, all of them were Parking Madness,
Uh-huh.
Pop the Bubbles,
Uh-huh.
OMG Police, and Nutty Secretary.
Nutty Secretary.
I'm saying OMG. Oh, okay. I think
Yep.
Josh got it right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nutty Secretary. So I figured this out. It was driving me crazy because I'm like, I can't come up with one. So I went to like a noun and adjective generator.
That's what you got?
Yeah, Nutty Secretary.
Well, if we ever make a video game, that's what we're calling it. Nutty Secretary.
Terrible.
I'm fine with that. If it's like squirrel secretaries, hey, you got my money already. Okay, that was a very noble attempt, Ryan.
Nice try,
So
Ryan.
that brings us to Jacob, Team DK Krew. Jacob, what category and amount would you like?
I will choose rareware for what? 200? Is that available?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rareware for 200. Sorry, I'm just scrolling.
Get out of my category.
Have to go there somehow. You're going to try to take all the points.
There we go. Okay. Okay. This one I'm going to need help with. We'll see. So, Rareware for 200. With an early N64 release, this game was quite bold. Name one fighter in Killer Instinct Gold.
I have no clue. I've never even played the game once.
I could name like 3.
Well, it's a good thing
Oh, what's his name?
I'm not getting the points. I'm just taking them away from Josh. But I think there's a saber wolf in it.
Ooh. I think he's right? Because I would have to look this up. I was hoping he would not know, so I wouldn't have to look them up.
I'm pretty sure saber wolf is one in there.
I think so too.
That's
so-
literally the only one I know.
Let me look that up because I'm pretty sure you're right.
And
Yep,
that's
Saberwolf.
And that's
Saber
because
Wolf,
they
okay.
talked about it on like a podcast I just listened to recently. So
Well, it's actually a game that Rare made in the past, and they
Right, yeah.
kind of made like a semi-remastered version on Game Boy Advance. Saberwolf. It's actually really good. It's like a plat
Yeah.
puzzler.
Oh yeah.
The original.
Yay!
So, yeah,
You're
good
on the
job.
board.
Door.
Thank you.
All right. So Jacob, you just got 200 points for Team DK Krew.
Wow.
All right. Next up, we have Team Conker-er. Team Conker-er, what category and amount would you like?
I've got to save this since I screwed up. Rare 500.
Oh, come on, man.
500.
Come on, you coward. Why don't you expand out a little bit? Get out of the rares.
I've been looking forward to this one.
Hey, the NOS 500 was literally something you said.
He's got you there. All right, so rareware for 500. This Kong's got style.
Oh,
So
geez.
listen up, dudes. She can shrink in size to suit her mood. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. What comes next?
She can float through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, she's one cool Kong.
Wow.
DK, a whale, Donkey Kong.
Wow.
I'll
So
stop there.
you may have just got 500 points, but you did lose my respect. No.
Oh.
No, that was very impressive. I really didn't think anyone would get that. So great job. Very cool. Kind of sad, but kind of
It
impressive.
was kind of sad.
Yeah. That's
Catch me
great.
after my coffee and I would have sung the whole thing.
See, that's like the one part I was looking through the rap and I'm like, there's got to be like the most forgettable line in this whole thing. So that's the one that I chose. That's the part I didn't remember. All right, very good. So that brings us to Ryan, Team Ice Climbers. Category and amount, please.
All right. Rare games for 100.
Rare games for 100. All right.
Well, those are all gone now. We sucked that dry.
All right. So, not much is known about him. It's really a shame. But tell me, please, what is Starwolf's last name?
I know.
Wait. Oh.
Yes, I did come up with these rhymes, so I apologize.
I don't know Star Fox well enough to know.
What was the
Um,
question?
I don't know this at all.
Not much is known about him. It's really a shame. But tell me, please, what is Starwolf's last name?
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Yep, I don't know.
Give up? Okay.
Yep, I give up.
Josh, what do you think it is?
O'Donnell.
Yes. I don't know why you said it that strangely, but I would just say O'Donnell, right?
Something like that, yeah.
O'Donnell.
I've always
That's why
said
they
it funny.
stay in West Virginia.
Did you really
Let me
think it
have
was
that.
O'Donnell?
I don't know. It's O'Donnell. I don't know if they ever actually say it.
True. That's a fair point. Yeah. But, I mean, you still pretty much got it, so that's admirable. Didn't get the points, but good job.
That's cool. Good job.
All right.
Screwed up on a Banjo-Kazooie when I'm still ashamed.
You should be.
That was easy.
All right. So, Jacob, that brings us to you. What category and amount would you like?
Let's go Nintendo for 300.
Nintendo. Oh, good one. Okay. Nintendo for 300. Okay. In the 1960s, Nintendo had a huge hit toy in Japan called the Ultra Hand. A WiiWare game that was exclusive to Club Nintendo members featured this toy. What did you do in the game?
I have no clue.
I know it.
Look at Ryan.
Like, I don't even know where to guess. That's the problem with Nintendo is I got my sex, and if you go outside of them, I'm screwed.
I have a guess, but
My guess
Ryan,
is you could box with it.
No.
I think I know, but I don't actually have it. Go ahead,
All right.
Ryan.
Yeah. let's-
Ultra Hand Grill Off.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Are you a big Ultra Hand Grill Off fan?
I own it. I have never played it.
Oh, good for you. That's great. Is it like at all fun?
I don't know. I've never played it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Alright.
I don't know.
I got the Doc's Punch Out or whatever instead of that.
True. Oh, with Donkey Kong, right? Dr.
Well,
Oh,
it's a separate thing, but yeah, that's on the Wii game. Donkey Kong's in it. Sorry, I don't want to like dig too far into history here, just in case if I hit something.
yeah, I was gonna use that as a question actually. Cool. All right. So that brings us to. So let's see. That was Jacob, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Josh, category and amount.
Retro 300.
Okay. Retro games for you said 300, right?
Sure.
Okay. Is that what you said though?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Retro for 300. In Metroid Prime, connecting Metroid Fusion to the game would unlock the Fusion suit. What special ability or abilities does this suit possess?
Hmm.
Do you want me to read
That
it again?
is a good question. No. See, I actually didn't own Fusion on the Game Boy Advance,
Wow. Okay.
but
Your last episode.
but I did get that suit in the trilogy version on the Wii, but I don't remember it doing anything differently, to be honest.
Hmm.
I don't think it did anything. You do mean the suit in Prime when you use it in Prime, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much time I got?
I'll give you another 20 seconds.
Mm, crap. Nope, I can't think of it. Everything I'm thinking of is another suit. Double
Okay.
jump.
Double jump, and that's your final answer?
Yeah. I know
Okay.
that's not it.
Well,
Did anything.
correct. That was the trick question.
What?
The
Mhm.
fusion
Oh,
thing.
how
Nothing at all.
lucky.
It was just-
I even said I didn't think it did anything.
Right.
I
And I
really
should've
wanted you to
stuck-
stick with it too. I was like,
I should have
right.
stuck with it.
All right, that was good. You did really try for that, so I appreciate that.
Nice try,
yes.
Josh.
So when you connect Metroid Fusion to Metroid Prime, you do get the fusion suit, but it's purely aesthetic. It does not do.
What was that category?
That was retro games for 300.
Well, it really was a
Okay.
retro game, so now
Sure.
I'm kind of worried
Wow.
that these
Yeah.
are actually retro games.
Yep.
Right. No, that's the only one I think. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to Ryan. Ryan, category and amount, please.
Okay, let's go Switch Games 400.
Switch games for 400. Okay. So Ryan, in Splatoon 2's Salmon Run, how can you defeat a steel eel? You should know this. We've done this together.
Okay, the steel eel is the long thing I call a train, so you gotta take out its tail.
Mm-hmm. And can you be a little more specific?
Well, there's kind of a salmonid conductor, I guess, or driver in the back there. You gotta shoot it down, and or you basically splat it or hit it with enough ink to cause it to spray out 3 eggs. That sounds weird.
Great. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Yeah, so basically you kind of missed this part, but you have the right idea. Like, I guess you
Okay.
have to distract someone, or I'm sorry, you have to distract it, and then someone shoots the pilot in the back, but you don't really have to distract it. It just kind of like helps you defeat it, I guess. So, but yeah, you have that conductor in the back, and you just shoot him down because everything else is pretty indestructible. But yeah,
Woohoo,
good
I'm
job.
finally on the board.
All right, 400 points for Team Ice Climbers. Very good.
Nice job.
You got
Cool.
the easy questions. I mean, good job. Good job.
All right. All right. So Jacob, category and amount.
Switch games for 500.
Switch games for 500.
That one's already been taken.
Yeah.
Switch games for 300.
Okay, we can do that. All right. Switch games for 300. This is my surprise switcheroo, is what I call it.
Oh gosh.
So this is now a miscellaneous question.
Whoa.
Name the very first game that Sega developed for a Nintendo console.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Oh my god.
Who's Sega? Sonic Adventure 2 Battle's the only thing I think
These
of.
questions are going to like the wrong people.
One of the wrong people.
I'm sure. Right, I know it's not. I know it's not, but Sonic Adventure 2 is my first Sega game.
Yeah, mine too, actually. Well, technically Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but my first like personal game, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, I don't know.
Ryan, do you think you guys know? Because unfortunately, that is not correct, Jacob.
Darn.
I almost want to say like Monkey Ball, but I don't know if there's something before that on Game Boy Advance, like Sonic Advance or something like that. I don't know for sure.
So I was thinking like if I were to have answered, I would say Super Monkey Ball. But like you said, there is something that came to Game Boy Advance before that. Maybe even Sonic Advance 2, but the very first game that Sega developed for a Nintendo console was on the Game Boy Advance. and I think it was a launch title. I could be wrong about that, but it is not a Sonic title. I'll tell you that much. Any guesses, guys?
It's not Choo Choo Rocket, is it?
It is Choo Choo Rocket, actually.
Okay.
Very good. I never would have got that.
I'm getting all the ones that don't give me points.
So just for
Wow.
just to be clear, does that mark off the 300 for Switch games, or did that mark off the 300 for miscellaneous grab bag?
Oh, so that's there are no more Switch game questions. No, I lied. There are 2. So there's 100 and 200. So
Okay.
300 is no longer available for Switch games.
Man.
Okay. And that is the only surprise switcheroo. So no more surprises in that way.
Oh,
Okay.
Mario Party.
So next up we have Josh.
Give me a retro for 400.
Retro for 400. Okay. So Josh, how many Zelda games, if we're counting cartridges, were on the Game Boy Advance?
Oh boy. Okay.
That's tough.
Are we just counting the cartridges, right?
Yeah, I tried to phrase that as, helpfully as I could.
Okay. I think I got you.
Hmm.
Give me just a second.
Let me just Google real quick.
No. Here, my hands are right here. I'm counting in my head.
Yeah. 1 second, guys. Take time.
All right. Quick question, just for clarification.
Mhm.
Game Boy Advance cartridges, right? Not Game Boy Color cartridges that
Right.
fit in the Game Boy Advance. Okay,
Correct.
Gotcha.
Strictly for Game Boy Advance.
So we got Minish Cap. We got Link to the Past. We got Zelda 1. We got Zelda 2. I think that's it.
I
So-
will stop you there. Yes. Very good. Yep, there are 4 Zelda games for the Game Boy Advance, and as you said, it's A Link to the Past, A Link to the Past slash Four
Blast.
Swords. I didn't want to I that's why I tried to say cartridges. I didn't want to screw you up with the Four Swords
Four
thing.
Swords.
So yeah, so A Link to the Past with 4 Swords, Minish Cap, the original Legend of Zelda ported, and also Zelda 2 ported, which I actually didn't know. I would have got that wrong.
I wish I had Zelda 2. That was one of the ones that I really loved to own.
Did you guys know that came out at the time? Because I had no clue.
Yes. It was the
Yeah.
second batch of classics that they did.
I think I've got it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't know. I feel like there's probably something about playing that game on a Game Boy Advance. Like, it just feels like such a hipster experience.
It does.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, very good, Josh. So you just got yourself 400 points. Very good.
Good job,
Okay.
Josh.
That brings us to Ryan.
Okay. Miscellaneous grab bag for 300.
Okay. For 300, you said?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Ryan, what was the game that was featured the second time I recorded with you guys?
So I don't remember what the first one was.
I think I remember the first, but I don't know if I remember the second.
I'm like,
Now I want to say maybe we had you on for an extra episode in there in between, but I want to say it's Okami.
the final answer?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Does anyone want to take a stab as to what it was?
Beyond Good and Evil was the first one, right?
Oh, you were on for another rare game.
No. I'm forgetting something in there too.
What was my first one? Let's start with that.
Was it Beyond Good and Evil?
Yes. Yep. And then the second one I came on for was the first time I did one with Jacob.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you remember that, Jacob? It was an N64 game.
N64.
Mm-hmm. And this was Josh's pick.
Oh,
Josh's pick. N64.
that's
It
not what
came
I'm
out-
thinking.
It came out towards the end of the N64's life.
Wasn't Jet Force, was it?
No,
No, we haven't done that one
I was
yet.
gonna say.
not a rare game.
Okay.
Come on.
I think I know what it was. Maybe.
Do you want me to give another hint?
Is it
Yeah.
Mario Party 3? Did we do that?
Yes.
There you
That's
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
Very good. Well, kind of. But
Yeah.
that was a trick. That was a tricky one.
Right. My turn.
Okay. All right. So Jacob, category and amount.
Nintendo for 400.
Okay. Nintendo for 400. Okay. This is the name of the first game that ever came out for the Game & Watch.
Paul?
Yes.
Ding,
Mm.
ding, 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 ding.
Very good. I really was not sure if anyone would get that because I
I
wouldn't.
only got it because of that 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where in my
It
brain.
tells you in the yeah.
I like without that I would not have known. But that's the only one that I actually know of.
I knew because of Game Boy Camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was cool. You could put your head on the little guy.
really? That's so
Yep.
cool. I need to like get that if it's not too expensive. It probably is though.
Game Boy Camera is amazing.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
The weirdest soundtrack too.
Yeah. All right, cool. So that brings us to Josh.
Whew. I am gonna go with what have I done? Retro 300, 400. Let's
Do you want me to say
do.
categories, like all the categories again, just in case?
No, I've got them written down.
Okay.
Let's go with retro 500. Let's just
Okay.
do it.
Ooh.
All right. Josh, name one song, and Ryan, if you could help me out with this, that would be a big help. Or Jacob too. Josh, name one song from Donkey Konga 2.
Headstrong.
Really?
Small
Okay.
Things.
You guys look that up for me because I
Good
don't.
riddance. Not good riddance, sorry. Yeah, the
I think
anthem
that's right.
from Good Charlotte was on there, and all the small things from Blink was on there.
And a song that definitely belongs there, Mary J. Blige, No More Drama or something like. Because you got to play the bongos to Mary J. Blige, am I right?
All right, your song listing for Donkey Konga 2, All Star, Boombastic, Born Too Slow, Come Clean, Hillary
Sidewalk.
Duff, really? Wow.
Yep.
Contact, Donkey Konga 2 Theme, Drive, Full Moon, Habanera, Headstrong, High Roller, Hit 'em Up Style, and many, many
Sidewalk.
more.
Hit 'em
You
up
got it.
style.
From
That was a
Third
really
Year.
bad version of Hit 'em Up Style, by the way. That was
Yeah.
really that
All
was
those
rough.
songs were just so.
Yeah, the covers
Mhm.
were pretty bad.
All the versions of Hit 'em up style are bad versions.
Sure, but this was bad.
Very well. All right,
I think
Josh.
Josh is going to win this
Yeah, perhaps. There's still a good amount of questions left, but yeah, he's doing quite well.
unless he falls asleep. Then we're golden.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, count on it. All right. So that brings us back to Ryan. Ryan, category and amount.
Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and go. I haven't done a Nintendo Company one yet. Let's do Nintendo Company for 100. I'll play it safe.
Okay. Nintendo for 100. Okay. I think you might get this. So Ryan, Microsoft and Sony use variations of the D-pad because Nintendo patented it. What console was the first to use this revolutionary style of control?
The D-pad?
Yes.
Well, I don't think it was an arcade cabinet at all. So, I want to say they used the D-pad in the Game & Watch.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
I was gonna say.
I would not have gotten that, so good job. All right. So yes, the Game & Watch was the first console that Nintendo made that featured the D-pad. And I didn't know this. The reason why Sony and Microsoft can't use, the typical D-pad that we think of in our minds is because it's patented by Nintendo. So I don't know. Honestly, if I was them, I would just like pay them royalties for it because it's not worth having whatever they're trying. That's just me. Were you gonna say something, Jacob?
No.
Okay. So good. That brings us to Jacob.
So I'll do Nintendo nostalgia. What are the categories, price wise, left?
Okay, like what's left for
Yeah.
Nintendo Nostalgia Podcast? Okay, we have 400, 300, 200, and 100.
Oh, give me 400.
400. Okay, all right, you can do this, I think. So Jacob, what was Ryan's force? I'm sorry. What was Ryan's first GameCube game?
Oh man, dude, I don't know. Crap, I don't know.
It was a launch GameCube game.
Launch, huh?
hmm So Ryan's first GameCube
I
game.
want to say Luigi's Mansion is what I want to say.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Correct.
Woo!
Very good.
And that was 400 or 300?
that was for 400.
400. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense. That's like our anniversary theme game.
hmm
Might be why we chose it, honestly, to start off with, and it was because of Halloween too. But
True. Yep. And I actually had two different versions of that one, so now I'm curious if Ryan's gonna get this one. So Ryan, just for funsies, what was Jacob's first GameCube game? And fun fact, it's the same as mine.
Oh.
hmm
Gosh.
Also a launch game.
Okay, it was a launch game.
Mhm.
it's my most hyped game for the system. Like I have.
Right, and it's Melee, but right?
Correct.
No,
That's right. Yep.
Melee actually came out a couple weeks after.
I was gonna say I didn't think it was launch, but I know Melee was.
Anyway,
It's still
do I
the,
get bonus
it's
points
still
for
the
that?
window.
I got
I was
50.
really hoping no one would say anything.
In my mind, if you come out within the first few weeks or month, like
it's
that's
kind of
launch.
launch. Yeah,
Agreed,
there you
yeah.
go.
I think like even Pikmin came out like a couple days after the GameCube came
Did it?
out, like literally a day or two. So that's a launch game. I'm sorry,
It is.
It
And I
is.
think Melee too, like within 2 weeks at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, so cool, very good job. So Jacob just got, what was it, 400?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So that now brings us to Josh.
What do we
Okay.
have left on Switch?
For Switch, we have 200 and 100.
Geeks. 200.
Okay. You can get this. Captain Toad rips out this vegetable in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and can throw them at enemies.
A turnip.
Very good. Yes. Very good. So 200 points for Josh, Team Conker-er. Okay. And now Ryan, category and amount.
I'll go ahead and take Switch games for 100.
Okay. Switch games for 100. Okay. This one I didn't know. Just throwing this out there. But you might get it. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's battle mode, the feather item does what?
It causes you to jump, hop. You can hop up on the blocks and stuff like that. It's just a
Mhm.
spring up.
Yeah. And apparently it does one more thing, but I haven't experienced this myself. I'll give you the points, Ryan, but can you guys confirm or deny this? Apparently it also steals a balloon from an opponent.
I believe so. Yeah, I've done it before.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
But it definitely does do the hop thing. I know that much.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, very good. Jacob, that brings us to you. Mhm.
Okay, I'll do Nintendo nostalgia for 300.
Thank you. I was afraid of that category. Go ahead.
All right. So
Almost gave me
Jacob,
points so far. So
what was the very first GameCube game featured on our show?
it was Luigi's Mansion.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Yeah, that is
What?
incorrect.
That's what I
What?
would have guessed.
How is that our first?
I wasn't even there.
Because the first episode wasn't specifically Luigi's Mansion.
Oh
Sure.
crap!
Josh, do you want to guess? Because I feel Ryan, you know it, right?
What was it, Ryan?
Well, I want to see if Josh because he wasn't around at the time, right?
I don't know. I can't remember. I've went back and listened to that, but that's been a long time ago.
Wow.
Okay. So Ryan,
Uh,
I fooled myself.
you were so sure too.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna guess Wind Waker just to throw something out there.
nope, that was done in the Zelda
Oh.
series that we did.
Okay, sorry, I'm done.
Oh, because we were doing all the spooky stuff, and then right out of the gate, what did we do? Did we have a guest on? And
I
do
know.
I don't remember what the game was exactly, but
Well, Ryan, by my count, it appears as though it was Wind Waker.
Wow.
was it really?
Yeah, I checked
Wow.
on the website and that's what it says. So
I mean, it makes sense, yeah, because
Wow.
the Switch was on the horizon, and we did a big lead up to Breath of the Wild and covered a bunch of Zelda games.
mm,
Wow.
yeah,
I got it wrong.
Lame.
Dang. I fooled myself.
I mean, I thought that was a pretty interesting choice for like the first GameCube game. I mean, obviously it's like a staple of the GameCube, but I probably would have went with like Melee or Prime or something like that. But
Mhm.
it's a good choice. Cool. So that now brings us to Josh. So Josh, category and amount.
Retro for
Nostalgia.
200.
Retro for 200. Okay. All right, Mr. Josh. This is a very appropriate question for you, I think.
Oh man.
Sonic Advance was re-released and packaged as a double pack with another game.
I
What
remember
game
this.
was this?
Okay, so right off the top of my head, I know Sonic Pinball Party was packed with something, though I can't remember if it was Sonic Advance or something else. I remember seeing that split. Like I got them all individually, but
Mhm.
was it that or was it like Monkey Ball or something? Oh man, it might have even been Choo Choo Rocket. I can't remember. I'm gonna. I don't know if this is right, but I'm gonna say Pinball Party.
You are correct.
Okay.
Very good. Yes, so Sonic Advance was re-released and packaged with Sonic Pinball Party. Very good.
Mm.
It
Was that
also
retro?
on the.
That
Yes.
was retro for 200. Yeah.
Okay.
It was also on the Nokia N-Gage that no one got.
Or that never existed. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking
Someone on this podcast actually had one of those, I think.
Not
What?
me.
Do you still have it?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Oh.
Right, 'cause,
I
we
have the
to-
links though, if anyone's interested.
Okay, you are kicked off. I do not. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Very good, Josh. So Ryan, it is now your turn.
That be the case, let's go ahead and do a good old Nintendo Nostalgia podcast for 200.
Finally.
All right. I don't know if you were on this episode, but so one time for the Mario Kart 64 versus Diddy Kong Racing episode, we had a guest named Chelsea. And Chelsea's favorite song from Diddy Kong Racing was in this world. Was it Snowflake Mountain, Future Funland, Dino Domain, or Sherbet Island? I can say it again if you want.
If he says the last.
I told you guys I was.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with Dino Domain.
I'm guessing. I want to guess. I think it's Frosty Village.
Okay. And Josh, what do you think? If you're thinking anything.
Future Funland.
Okay. Well, Jacob was correct for that one. So
There you
Frosty Village, and you can't blame her honestly, because that was
No,
a.
I forgot Chelsea was on the show.
I was hoping I wrote her name correctly, because I was like,
Chelsea
your name
Capri.
is Chelsea.
Yep.
We need to get her
Alright.
back.
Capri like
Yeah,
the pants.
What year was that, by the way?
That was like. It was 2016 because that was the election year, the last election. So that's why we did it. We wanted a debate because of all the debates going on. So
Cool.
Diddy Kong Racing should have won, but
yeah, we know. I'm with you 100%.
Yep.
That's why Tom no longer is on.
All right. So that brings us to Jacob. Jacob, category and amount.
Miscellaneous 500.
Ooh. Okay. All right, Jacob. What was the original United States launch price of the GameCube?
It was 250.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Dang it! Mother of pearl. Was it 300?
And the
No, less than that. It was a budget system.
Mhm.
It undercut everyone else.
Yep.
What was it?
Does anyone want to guess?
200?
Was
Yeah.
it 200?
200. Can you believe that?
And I believe they dropped the price to 150.
That's
It
when
was,
I got my
crazy.
GameCube, is when they dropped the price because it wasn't selling. Mother of
Yep.
pearl. I'm mad now.
Can
I
you
didn't have to
believe
spend money on stuff then, so I wasn't sure.
$150.
like even back then, $200 was quite cheap.
Hmm.
I think at least, like I
Wow.
was even as a 13-year-old, I was like, "Whoa, that's like really cheap,"
And
And
it
then they-
still was a terrible selling console.
Yeah.
That's
terrible.
sad to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had good games though. What a
Yeah.
shame.
Xbox,
amazing game.
competition, and everybody had their PS2, of course, already. So.
Yeah, we all know
Right.
about. We hate
Yeah, Xbox was 300, which to me was like, ooh, that's a little steep. And I think PS2 was that amount too. And so I was like, obviously everyone's gonna get a GameCube. It's only $200. Come on, what's not to love?
You'd
But
think.
nope. Yep. So, and actually, the reason why I chose that question is because I was listening to one of the episodes, and Jacob was like, "Yeah, when the GameCube came out, it was like $250." And then,
He said it again.
no, so
Yeah.
Wow. I
So-
do remember what the reason I was able to get my GameCube sooner than later is because that price drop. I remember seeing
Yeah.
commercials of it, like the dude sticking like stickers on the wall. You guys remember that commercial?
Yep.
Those price
We need to
cuts.
add that to a commercials episode.
Yep.
maybe.
we do. Coming
Soon.
up.
Yep. So that's my roundabout way of shoving that fact in Jacob's face.
Dang.
That-
Well, I was wrong then. I'm wrong now.
right. Let's see if you're wrong next time for the next trivia round. All right. Okay. All right. So good job, Jacob. I know you tried for that one, but now we're moving on to Josh.
All right. I'm a little bit lost on what's left here. I think. Do we still have Retro 200, or did I take that one?
No, you
200
took
is taken.
all we have
Okay.
left for retro. If you wanted it, was 100.
Okay. All rare is gone.
Yep.
Where are we at here? Go ahead and give me retro for 100. Let's knock that out.
Okay. All right. Retro for 100. Okay. This one I came up with by myself. So, in Super Mario Sunshine, what are the 2 words that appear on the screen when you lose a life?
I mean, I just lost several lives in that game like a couple weeks ago.
Ah, man.
Man,
I thought you were going to ask Get Shine.
game over. That's all I keep seeing right now.
Wow. I feel like I should know this.
That's tough because I can't think of anything at the moment. And I'm playing the game right now. Now I'm
It's like I
I'll
got
tell
so
you
used to
what, it's
dying.
Game over.
I just went brain dead like every time you die and waited for it to reload.
Because we're so used to it.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Okay.
I was surprised
my
because I was playing it and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. That's a interesting thing to put there.
I'm gonna smack myself when you say it.
Because I forgot personally.
Hmm.
Any
Too bad.
little guess? Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Yep, too bad. It just says too bad with an
Yeah.
exclamation point. And after playing it after like 10 years or so, I'm like, oh, that's like pretty harsh.
Too bad you freaking died.
Yeah, so used to that. Too bad you're not good. All
Yep.
right, good job, Josh. Ryan, you are up next.
Okay. Nintendo for 500.
Nintendo for 500. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Nintendo for 500. Okay. This one's tricky.
Okay.
Or is it?
Or is it SSX tricky?
It is not. No. What
The
was
dinosaur.
what was the first Nintendo system to utilize wireless controllers?
That was the NES.
Wow. Very good. Because I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I wouldn't
Did
have
you guys
got
know
that.
Yep.
No.
that?
How do you know that? That
Yeah.
makes me angry that he knows
Jacob's
that.
mad. Like, I don't know.
Like, how? I was
For
thinking
real, like-
GameCube.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Because, like, I can't think of an N64 wireless controller, a wireless Super
No.
Nintendo controller. Can't even remember a wireless Nintendo controller. But
I don't
it was
remember
more of
ever
like an
wireless, yeah.
accessory, I think. Like you plug in the regular controller into like a little, I don't know, adapter or something like
Wow.
that. Am that right, Ryan?
It was kind of a base. Yeah, it worked kind of like a VCR remote, I guess. I mean, that's a
Like
crude way of
infrared.
saying it, but
Yeah.
Huh.
yeah.
Wow. I did
Yeah.
not know that. Good
Yeah.
job.
I don't feel like that would have been reliable.
Very good, Ryan. Okay.
Very impressive.
I forgot what it said. It was either like super awful or pretty surprisingly good.
I want to say there was latency of some sort, but I don't
Yeah.
know for sure.
I think it was the Sega Genesis.
Or maybe it was the battery, maybe that was the problem. It
True.
was either latency or battery life was not great. I can't remember.
I think it was the latency. I think that the Sega Genesis one was the good one. But anyway, because I didn't even know the Sega Genesis had one, but that was like a legit wireless one, so I didn't know that. Okay, very good, very good. So that brings us to Jacob again. So Jacob, what would you like?
What's left on the board? I don't know.
Okay, so if you wanted anything in Nintendo as a company, you still have 200. If you want anything in Rare, I think that's all taken.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think
Uh,
Rare's gone. Retro's gone.
Yeah.
100 for Ninos.
Yes. Yep. True. And
What a
miscellaneous, we have 400 and 100. Switch games, we have nothing. Retro games, we have
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
And yeah, that is it.
I'll take miscellaneous 400.
Miscellaneous for 400. Okay. All right, Jacob. In Mario Kart 64, Donkey Kong replaced Donkey Kong Jr. from Super Mario Kart, and Wario replaced this character, who would not return again until 2 games later.
Koopa Troopa.
Very good. Yes.
Ding 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 ding.
Very good. I wouldn't have gotten that.
Ah, it's easy.
I don't
Okay.
even like Mario Kart, but yeah, I was trying to think who was on the cast of the original, and yeah, Koopa Troopa.
Even mean by you don't like Mario Kart? What's that
The
sentence?
Super
I don't
Nintendo
either.
version. I
Oh,
didn't.
just-
Am I
I
the
was
only one
not.
that likes that game?
I don't like Mario Kart. I like Super Mario Kart, but that's only because of nostalgia. I don't really like the series that much.
What?
Yeah, I think the series after Double Dash has gotten very stale. I'm over it.
Have you played 8 Deluxe?
Yeah,
Or 8?
it's my least favorite.
Yeah,
What?
I
It's
actually think I like the
best.
Wii U one better because I had to actually unlock stuff in that one.
Mario
Mm.
Kart Wii was fun, but I got 7.
DS was fun.
Once you got 7, and then after that, I just started to feel like, man, this is just the same stuff, dude.
I like playing online with DS, so that was kind of fun.
And I'm probably a little sour that we haven't got any more Diddy Kong Racing.
And
Sure.
just go cry in a corner because they're not taking away my bikes. Never again. Bikes are awesome.
Wait, are bikes in Deluxe? I forget.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Oh
true.
yeah, definitely. My
I never was good at the original
inkling does
Mario
that.
Kart. I never liked it. I just don't think it controls very well, but that's just me.
I started with Super, so I guess I just kind of got used to it.
This
Maybe
whole
going
time he's
back
been
to-
playing with assist on. He forgot to turn it off. That's why it controls badly.
Actually, I didn't know that it was on when I got the Wii one. I was playing for a while with Assist on. I'm like, why is this so
Mhm.
boring? But I think that was on by default or whatever. But
Yep. And they've done that ever since. It drives me nuts.
yeah,
Wonder why.
that's so annoying. Anyway, before I go off on a tangent about Mario Kart again, so that was Jacob, correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so Jacob, you got 400. Great. Next up we have Josh.
All right. So what's left in Nintendo history?
Nintendo as a company history. We have
200.
200, and that's it.
All right. Give me that one.
Okay. So Josh, this Nintendo character's original name was Tinkle Popo. Who am I?
Kirby.
Yes. Very good.
Jeez. I don't know how you know that either.
He was also going to be yellow. Miyamoto wanted him to be yellow.
I knew that. Yeah.
Yep.
I knew I Tinkle Pope. How do you know that, Josh?
I don't know.
I don't know how you know all these answers. Actually, it's quite
Little-
baffling.
Little does everyone know, but Josh is the world's biggest Tinkle Popo fan.
Yeah,
No.
he's got a shirt
Yes.
that says, "I'm Tinkle Popo."
Got a tattoo that goes up my sleeve.
My other ride is a Tinkle Popo. All right.
These deep cuts, man. I don't know.
Well, there's not too many left, so. All right, so Josh got that. Now we have Ryan,
Hmm.
if we even have any left.
We have 2 left.
Yep.
Do I go for the grab bag or Nintendo?
Hmm.
Wait, was Nintendo just taken?
Yes.
Oh, Nintendo Nostalgia Podcast, I'm seeing for 100,
Mm-hmm.
and
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous for 100. That might be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do the 100 for
Sorry.
Ninas.
100 for Ninas. Okay. Okay. So, Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
true or false? According to Tom Qualls on the Quizzing Trivia episode,
Mm.
Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy Loose cost $59 at the time.
Wow.
Do you want me to
You
repeat?
said true or false?
Yes, true or false?
Oh, I was like, where's the
Oh, okay.
question? Okay.
Well, I feel like I'm just gonna say true.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
So at the time, I guess I don't know what year it was, but a couple years ago, Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy Loose cost $59.
Hmm.
So who knows how much it is now? Well, I guess with quarantine and all that stuff, it must be a little bit higher.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Jacob's got the last
We
question.
weren't talking about
Mhm.
like when it was at launch. We were talking about what it is today. Gotcha.
Technically, Ryan gets a bonus question. That was my bonus question one. So
Oh, wow.
one more opportunity for points, and I will give you 500 points if you get this right.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
So,
Oh,
this Nintendo console holds the record for the fastest selling console of all time in the USA and Japan.
Fastest selling console of all time in USA or Japan.
Mhm.
Ugh. I had so much trouble getting a hold of stock of Wii. I don't think it's Wii.
Mm.
I know it's the biggest numbers, but and then Switch is pretty crazy. It's gonna be one of those two. You said console, right? Not handheld.
Correct.
So unless you want to count the Switch as handheld, but fastest selling console. You said in Nintendo history or video game history?
Nintendo.
Nintendo history. I'm gonna say it's the Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Yes. You just got
Awesome.
500 points. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I didn't know this, and I think this is like a very recent record that was set. So the Switch is now, it holds the record for the fastest selling console of all time in the United States and Japan. So pretty
There
cool.
you go. Cool. I mean, good in general. I'm mad that Ryan got the points, but good in general.
Right. And so I guess that brings us to Jacob, who I believe has the last question, unless I'm
Got the
mistaken.
first
Yep.
question.
Miscellaneous grab bag 100, I believe.
Okay.
Let's do
Who
it.
did the first
Right.
question?
So,
You did. You won the coin tosses, Josh.
true.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so Jacob, last question. Retro Studios were working on 2 games in 2001. One was Metroid Prime. But what was the name of the game that would later be canceled? I personally remember this game from the pictures in Nintendo Power. That's just like the first thing that I think of when I hear this title.
Um,
Any guess or any ideas or thoughts?
I didn't know Retro was working on other games while they did Prime.
Okay.
So
I kind of had you in mind when I was writing this. I thought you might have an idea of
I mean,
this.
I know Donkey Kong Racing was on the back, but at the time you would have thought that was Rare.
That was Rare, I think.
What-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
I
of.
don't know.
That's what I was mistaking it as. I was thinking you said rare, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that either.
So,
I don't
so
know.
Ryan, you looked it up?
No, I haven't looked it up.
Okay. Josh, do you think you might know?
I was thinking the same he was. I was like, no, Donkey Kong Racing was Rare. Yeah, everything I'm thinking of is honestly Rare games that got.
Whatever was
Yeah.
before Dinosaur Planet, whatever they're working on, whatever that became was
That
probably
was
it.
Rare. That was Dinosaur Planet.
That was
the
rare
name
too.
of it.
Okay.
That's all Rare, yeah.
Okay.
What was it?
Well, quick side trivia. Do you guys remember or know what is it? Donkey Kong Racing would come to be? This was a game that would be released, but it didn't take the same form that we all were hoping for.
It's an odd one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a very odd one, and it was released for a Nintendo console eventually.
It was Nintendo.
I've
Or
heard it
probably was
before,
Game
but I
Boy
don't
Advance
remember.
ported, maybe.
That's a good thought, but not really what I'm thinking of.
Something on the Wii, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep.
I can't remember.
And this is like, it seems like it's a heavily rumored thing, but I could totally see
Yeah.
the truth. So, any guess? It is a Donkey Kong game.
The Donkey Kong Bongo
Barrel
Blast?
Blast, then.
Barrel
Yep,
Blast, yeah.
barrel blast, whatever. Yeah. So, I don't know. At least it came out in some form, but that is not what we had in mind. But anyway. So Retro Studios, and I personally remember this very vividly because I was looking forward to it. Retro Studios was making a game called Raven Blade. Does that sound familiar?
Never heard of it.
Really? Okay. Maybe it's just like because I read that same Nintendo Power over.
That should have been the 500 one.
So I really thought you guys would get that one. Okay.
No, man, dang.
All right.
Nope.
So
That's
I'm
it.
going to start adding up all our points, but do you guys want to take a guess as to who won?
I think Josh won.
Okay.
I think I'm dead last.
Ryan.
No, I don't think so. I think Josh, you pulled it out with those little ones you picked up at the end.
I mean, Ryan might win because like that last bonus
That
question.
bonus.
Jeez.
Might have
I'm
killed
dead
me.
last.
I got piddly things though, the rest of the time, so I don't think I did.
I goofed up on stuff I should have got. I was dumb.
We know. You don't have to tell us.
So let's see.
Just kidding.
I'll add these up like live with you guys. So Ryan has 500, 600, 1100, 1200 plus 500 is 1700. So that's what Ryan has.
Ding, 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 ding.
Next up, we have Jacob, who's got 500 plus 200, so 700, 1100, 1500, and 1500 plus 1400 is 1900. So Jacob just
I'm dead last.
Ryan by a little
Jacob might
bit.
have won.
Let's see. I don't know how this is gonna go. All right.
Yeah, Josh wins by a landslide.
Josh got to win.
I don't know.
You
Let's
got all
see.
those
His
little
retro
ones.
section is
So
beautiful.
Josh got, so he's at 1,000 plus 300, so 1,300, 1,700, 1,900. Yeah, so he beat you guys by 500 points. Very good.
Woo.
That was not bad.
2,400.
Not bad. It's a pretty close margin.
did
I
better than
conquered.
I thought.
You are the conqueror, yeah. All right, very good, Josh. You win nothing.
Yes.
Oh no, he wins something.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, he
I
gets
did
the
tell
money,
him
so.
like if he won this, he was going to be getting some money. So
Money.
yeah, oh yeah, but it's technically you're going to get the money anyway, whether you won or not.
So is
So,
it the points? Never mind.
so Jacob and I decided to pitch in, and Chris, I will get you a replacement one since that one doesn't quite work. But we got Chris, we got you a headset. It's the Zelda A10s headset, so you can have a good mic and good headset and everything. And
Yeah, thank you.
and then for Josh, we couldn't get you any equipment that was it was worth it. We know you just love absolutely picking up the most random stuff as soon as it comes out. So we got you a $50 gift card for the eShop. So
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
awesome.
I will accept that. Thank you very
We
much.
wanted to show our appreciation.
Yeah.
I think with 2020 has been a weird year for us personally, outside of the virus and everything, and everyone knows about my life and the ups and downs. And we wanted to. Ryan and I were privately talking. That's why we asked for your addresses a few weeks ago. We
sneak.
wanted to say thanks because honestly, without you two joining the show, Ryan and I talked about ending the show on our anniversary as it being our last episode because we were getting burnt out with just us two, and with life, it was really weighing down, and we didn't want the show to end at all, but we couldn't keep it going if you guys didn't join in and help us change the format a little bit, and then taking on co-hosting duties and helping us out with growing the show and experimenting. So we just wanted to say thank you. We love you guys and we appreciate you, and thanks for keeping Nintendo Nostalgia going.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity. I mean, this is, I haven't been with you guys for even that long. And for those of you who are listening and might not know this, but I was just a fan earlier this year. I was going for my walks and my runs listening to you guys. And I'm like, ooh, Jacob did not get that year right. I got to correct. No, I'm kidding.
We're
So
all here
very
just to
cool
attack
to
Jacob.
be sitting here and talking with you guys. I'll never forget the moment that Josh and Ryan appeared on the screen, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing this. And then Jacob came on the other screen on the Mario Party 3 episode. Never forget it. And that was crazy. I couldn't speak for a while. I was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. I'm like hanging out with people that I have a lot in common with.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, thank you guys for the gifts. It's really sweet and thoughtful, and it's been really fun for me, and it's been I don't know, it's exciting. It's something I look forward to and just simply enjoy, really. So yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
Welcome.
something that keeps me going, especially with, and I've kind of mentioned my current job without going too far into that here. It's definitely something to look forward to put some effort into. Then I can probably put more effort into. It's something to keep you going. And I can say, I have been all the way to Jacob's
Mm-hmm.
place before, and I came out alive. And Ryan's been out here. There was kind of a long-going joke that I used to go to Indiana about where they live,
Mm-hmm.
and I had some family there. And all of a sudden, shortly after the family moved back, I started getting in contact with these guys. So there was a long-running joke that it was all part of the plan to kill me. But I'm still here. But yeah, I really do enjoy being a part of it.
We're glad to have you guys, and we look forward to growing the show and doing more things that we're talking behind the scenes of really the direction we'd like the show to go, and we want to do more, and with that we takes help, and we can't afford to pay anybody, so we're very grateful for your volunteering time. So
What do you mean you're not paying us? No, I'm kidding.
right. And Ryan, you don't technically have to even mail Josh that. If you got him an eShop card, you could just give him the code.
Oh, I send it to him.
Oh, you mailed it physically.
No. I just send
No,
it to him now. Yep.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got
okay.
it sitting in his text
Here you
box.
go, Josh. Go buy some more games.
Well, thanks for
My wife is
again
gonna love
for the
you.
Yeah, thanks for the headphones. That was a really unexpected surprise. I was like, wait, what? Like, I was so confused for a while. I was like, texting my friends, like, who here like knows my mailing address? And I was like, wait a second. Okay, so that
It's when
was
you
fun.
just
You
don't
guys,
ask.
okay, so.
Ryan should have just kept you squirming today. I wish he would have just been like, didn't even respond. Who was this?
And I didn't even really confirm it. Like even when we just started recording, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I think he gave it to me. I'm not even really sure. He didn't really totally confirm it. But yeah, very cool. It's very comfortable. We'll have to mail it back and get a new one
Yeah,
that
it's a freaking core to work.
issues. But yeah, very thoughtful, by the way, because my mic, as you guys know, has been driving me insane. So I'm
Sure.
looking.
Well, Josh, we know you're almost asleep, but can you do our due diligence for us, brother?
Who? What? Sure.
Maybe.
Thank you all again for hanging out with us and for listening to the podcast. Truly, through all of the 4 years and the little bit I've been here. But yeah, if you would like, follow us on Twitter at almost shared my own Twitter handle. I apologize, at Nintendo_NOS. Of course, we're on Facebook. We have the Facebook group on there that you can chat in, have some fun in there. And yeah, other than that, I think that is it for today. Guys, that is all. If you have anything else to add to that.
Nope. Have a
Well,
good one. We'll be back with some
hope
more
you guys
fun
had
episodes.
fun. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun listening to our episode. I personally had a lot of fun making the questions and watching you guys suffer. So it translated well in the episode. But yeah, thank you for all the support, and we're all looking forward to many more episodes. We're trying some new exciting formats out that we hope you enjoy. Yeah, what about you, Ryan or Jacob? Do you guys want to add anything?
I'm good. I'm ready for a debate.
Yeah, we got our debate coming up here. It's gonna be crazy. But seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of our listeners. Like,
Thank you.
you keep the show going, and just we love that you tune in. You know, you may not listen to every single episode. You may hop on real quick to catch one of your games that you have nostalgia for, and we get that. And if you listen straight through to every single episode, we love that too. And
For
just
sure.
thank you so much for supporting us and showing us some love. And I hope that you have opportunities to share your nostalgia with other people and going forward, and maybe even share the show with some people, and they can rekindle their own Nintendo nostalgia. So thank you so much, everybody. And with that, later, Preston.
Later,
Bye-bye.
Preston. Everyone.
Bye.